Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honor to our apostles, the great millstone, rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right?
We got a quick lesson on the judgment of Esau, according to Ezekiel 35 chapter, 35th chapter. And I'm starting off at the top. And I hope this be edifying to the house of that. It says, Ezekiel 35:1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Right. So Mount Seir represents the Edomites, called white people of today. And the scripture states that the word came to Ezekiel. Okay, so like true men of the Lord, they're not going to have a private interpretation. Okay, the word moves them to do and speak whatever Yahweh Ba'Shem wants them to say.
I got one. This is basically explaining who is Esau. This is Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwell Esau in Mount Seir.
Right.
Esau is Edom. And these are the generation of Esau.
Right, so Esau's habitation was Mount Seir, okay? And it says Esau's Edom, so his tribe are known as the Edomites, man.
The nation of Edom.
Nation of Edom.
Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
Right, so Esau is the father of the Edomites, like Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes. Right?
And the Lord does judgment according to biblical names.
Right.
You know, the reason why you see the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans in the position and predicaments that they are in, because they are the children of Israel under the curse of Deuteronomy 28. You know, so the Lord deals with judgment, you know, by the names, the biblical names of nations in the Bible.
Right.
You know, and deal with the landmass of America according to its biblical name, which is the daughter of Babylon.
That's right.
See, so you Edomites got heavy judgment, man.
That's right.
You know, and America has heavy judgment coming, man.
That's right.
You know?
All right. And so also, if I could just land back, when you see like Jacob, have I loved Esau, have I hated, it's not actually talking about one individual. It's talking about that nation in a collective format.
Yeah, that's how he deal. He deal with nations of people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He don't deal with individuals. Verse 3. Verse 3. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hands against thee.
Right, meaning going to what Ayash is saying, that the Most High is actually going to stretch out his hand against thee, and he's going to provide judgment. All right, because at this time frame, we are at the end of Esau's blessing. All right, but hey, prophecies has to continue to unveil, but Lord willing, you know, it happens soon. But at the end of the day, Esau has to be judged for all of the wickedness he has promoted throughout the course of the earth. And if y'all want to jump in,
Yeah, you got something.
just in me.
Just get in there.
Yep.
I am against thee. I will stretch out my hands against thee. I will make thee most desolate.
I got it right here. All right. Let me see, you on verse 4? Yeah, because it says in Ezekiel 35:4, I had a precept to back you up, but it's a
I was at 3, but go ahead.
Okay, so go ahead, brother.
It say, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
There you go.
All right, Baruch chapter 4, verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. So in Baruch, the 4th chapter, all right, it's personifying America, all right, Mount Seir, Babylon, as a woman. That's why I refer to her as she. Miserable is she. Now, what other chapter in the Bible was America personified as a woman? All right, Revelation, the 18th chapter. Okay, but coinciding with Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, all right, it says, Ezekiel 35:4, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. What are thy cities? The cities that's in Babylon, man. Mainly.
All right. Even though those EU capitals gonna get touched, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because one thing in the nuclear holocaust, all those major cities gonna get hit first, man.
Yeah.
All right, every city, you know, every Edomite major city will be destroyed in this nuclear holocaust, man.
That's right.
You know, because that's strategic warfare. Russia is pointing those surface nuclear missiles at all those EU cities, man. You know, and then they're gonna have all those, and every city in America gonna be destroyed. You know, so every city in America is gonna be desolate by default, man. And then those other nations, those EU nations in America gonna target Moscow, man. You know, so you Edomites ain't gonna have no cities coming into the kingdom, man.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be all desolation, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got a precept too.
Go ahead.
This Isaiah 14:21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. That they do not rise nor possess the land.
And you are your fathers.
Come.
All right? Because hey, you come back through the process of reincarnation every 3 to 4 generations, but at the same time frame, hey, that's the form of judgment. Your children are actually going to be killed in righteousness, man.
Come.
All right?
It says, nor the possessions of the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Right. So basically, once your Shah kingdom is ushered on earth, you're going to be enslaved for 1,000 years. And after those 1,000 years, you're going to be burned up.
It's gonna be over with.
Right.
It's gonna be done away with.
Ain't gonna be no more Las Vegas popping up. Ain't gonna be no more Paris.
Yeah.
All right, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no more of that. The Renaissance was Esau's last album, man.
Come.
Ain't gonna be no more after that, man. That was his last big
Yeah.
thing.
Last one. I got one more. Obadiah 1:8. It says, shall I not in that day, saint the Lord, even destroy the wise men of Edom?
Right. And the wise men of Edom is known as Teman. It would be actually the so-called Germans, okay?
Because they were the ones who was really going out of space first.
Mhm.
All right, the other reason why America set up their false moon landing, all right, to show their competence with Germany.
That's right.
Germany.
And they also assisted with the nuclear development too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we like, what they with Hitler? That's when they stole all the scientists or whatever. They stole all their scientists when they went over
After
there.
World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah, come. Let me go and finish though. It said, and understanding out of the mouth of Esau.
Mm-hmm.
You had one?
Oh, not yet.
Well, we back in Ezekiel. We at Ezekiel 35:5. It said, because thou hast a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by force.
That perpetual hatred has been going on ever since y'all came back into power, man. Because even when slavery per se is supposed to have ended, you were still enslaving our people.
All
right.
They forwarded it.
That's when it was the most heinous after slavery.
Come.
You know, and the KKK, which that's a major terrorist group, you know,
Yeah.
was the KKK, man.
The
And then
domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
They homeland, you know.
And Jake been wanting peace, man. All right, Jake. When Jake got out of slavery, they didn't form militia to try to fight Esau, man. They started forming economies, man, and having families, man. But Esau kept that hate, man. Jake been trying to coexist, man. That's why you have Jake still trying to coexist to this day, man.
That's right.
You know, that's that perpetual hatred, man. Esau always at war with people that don't be trying to be at war with him, man.
That's right. That's right. That goes to show you that the type of mannerism people have, because we actually just
Really a plane.
just a suit.
Right.
You know.
Jacob was a plain man.
Yeah, part of that word, the definition of the word plain, one definition is righteous, the other definition is peaceful, man.
Yeah.
Jake just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jake got that tranquil spirit.
Yeah.
You know.
I got one.
Go ahead.
I got one back in that one. It's Amos 1:11. Thus said the Most High, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he pursued his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did check forever. So like,
And
And
the
terror
anger is
is
present tense now.
It's still in the prison. They still hate. Like just like it the first day it happened, you know.
That's right. Then when you go into the book of Psalms, like the 137th chapter, it tells you how they assisted the Babylonians, man, to take us up out of the land. And he was actually pulling us out.
And tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's an article right here that says 10 American states with the most lynchings of black people from 1882 to 1968, and Mississippi ranked number 1. You know,
Emancipation was what, when, 65? You know, so-called, 65, and they were from what, 88?
yeah, kind of.
Well, like you said, most of the lynchings took place after slavery. You know, that's so-called. They had an exhibit called "Without Sanctuary." You can order the book online. It shows the different lynchings that took place mostly post Civil War.
And what you had the woman that's running for senator to say?
Hyde.
Yeah, Hyde.
Cindy Hyde.
Yeah, Cindy Hyde. So she was sitting on the front row for a lynching. That was last week, man.
Right.
That's that perpetual hatred, man.
Yeah.
Throughout all generations,
Yeah.
because per means through.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So through all generations, you had that hatred.
Yeah.
Through every power, through every rulership.
Yeah.
And at the same time, and they really can get mad. Like so when the Most High bring that basically revenge on them, they can't say I didn't do that though.
Yeah.
Cause like I said they had perpetual hate forever. It has to stop. Slavery is over. They kept on going and going and going. Like they like the scripture said, they wake up, think about what can they do to Israelites.
Yeah.
What can they do to suppress, hold them back? I guess the right word.
Yeah, they wake up with evil.
Yeah.
in bed.
So they can't say I didn't do nothing to Lord chose people. We see it every day, man. The brother said Cindy Hyde talking about she be in the front row. That's a devil. That's a fucking devil. That's all she is.
It's like Trump just made a statement saying that she was just jesting,
Yeah.
Right.
taking up for him.
Yeah, and Governor Bryan, he can't say shit anyway because his fucking aunt had Emmett Till killed
Yeah, this
for the shit she said though. No, that's the aunt, yeah. That's the auntie, you know what I'm saying?
So her name was Susan Bryan,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, so
They Phil Bryan. They had
Yeah.
Bryan grocery store or some shit. That's where he was at.
yeah, so
Probably goddamn it, sunflower or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They just changed the name of it. You know what I mean? You know?
So taking her for a death for some shit. She did really what she said. That's how she felt.
Yeah.
So the judgment come back when you eat mice.
Yeah.
Come.
And they in the right spirit.
Yeah.
Because we the opposition, they supposed to be doing what they supposed to do. It's our people that don't know who the enemy is. You know?
Real quick one.
I got one. You got one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, Numbers 24:17. I should see him, but not now. I should behold him, but not now.
And that's I want to say that's the is that Balaam? Yes, Balaam. Yeah. Actually, the Most High gave him the spirit to actually prophesy, and he was of another nation.
How you know he's another nation? He said he gonna see him, but far off.
That's
He
right.
gonna see him, but not now, because the other nations are not gonna be around your house, man. You know, they're gonna see their glory from a distance, man. But Israel get their pleasure of being in the midst, having your house shine in the midst of them, man.
And it says, I shall behold him, but not now. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and his scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of sheep.
And that is referring to Yahweh Shai.
Because they still, so everybody saying your house shot when mentioned in the Old Testament, they talk about it right then and there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They talking about it right then and there.
Definitely.
That's what come out of
Jacob.
Jacob.
That's right. And that's why you have to refer back to Psalms 40:7. All right. And then when you go to the book of John, the first chapter, it tells you Yahweh Shai is the word.
And it says, and Edom should be a possession, and Seir also should be a possession for his enemies.
Right, because when they're exterminated after 1,000 years, they're not going to possess those lands. All right, so hey, we're going to possess those lands, man.
And Israel should do valiantly. Out of Jacob should come he that should have dominion, and that should destroy him, the remainder of the city.
And that's going into the beginning of our world, our new world order.
The real new world order.
You got it, bro.
This Psalm 83 and 83 and 1. It says, keep not thy silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Hence the United Nations, man.
Mm.
They had those different councils, all these different leaders all across the four corners of the earth, and they all get together how they gonna plan what they gonna do for their next world move, man. And no representative is of the so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, or Native American.
Yeah, they were moved to keep the Israelites down. You know? It ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Come like this like United States, everybody wanna holler search our people, 4th of July, all that bullshit they worship or celebrate, they had nothing to do with us.
This Thanksgiving.
So,
We got coming up.
and that's how we did that. That's how the nation feel. Whatever going on in the world don't have nothing to do with us. We just in the damn corner.
Right.
Just in the corner. This is how they feel about us. So.
Like the Constitution of America, like it was established around what? Let me see, like what, 89, around that time frame? And how it started out, we the people of the United States. What was our people at during that time frame?
Yeah.
Then our people had the nerve to say, I have my rights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
According to the U.S. Constitution, you 3/5 of a man.
And also
That's
said,
not right.
and also said we can't be a citizen in the United States anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't be
the elders
citizens.
brought that up,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, that's how that's one of the reasons that the police can just shoot Jake down in the street and get out. Cause through the court system, and they gonna be like, shit, you know what I'm saying? You 3/5 of a man, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what go on, you know, you ain't even up there.
Yeah.
And he got out, and they gonna have to go ride trails and shit for a few days, and then the shit they gonna forget.
And you know what? And what proved that is the case of Dred Scott. And just like you saying, that's the reason why they're getting off, because according to the Constitution.
That's it. That's the case right there.
That's the case.
Yeah.
If I can get an excerpt, hey, somebody can bring out precept, I'm gonna find it.
I just finished this right here. This Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
The nation of Israel, the hidden ones. You know, because for a long time, you know, you had the myth, you know, where are the lost tribes of Israel, man. You know, I mean, the wild, you know, they're amongst, you know, everybody on the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
You know, they're right
Hidden
here.
in plain sight.
They're hidden in plain sight, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why we're the real blue bloods, all right? Because actually your blood is blue, but when it hits air, it becomes red, man. We're the hidden blue bloods, bro. All right, this is the case of Dred Scott, and I'm just gonna get a little excerpt. Formerly Dred Scott versus John F.A. Stanford, legal case in which the U.S. Supreme Court on March 6, 1857 ruled 7-2 that a slave, Dred Scott, who had resided in a free state and territory where slavery was prohibited, was not thereby entitled to his freedom, that African Americans were not and could never be citizens of the United States.
Well, it's not your risk, man. And just like the priest said earlier, you know, Esau's in his right spirit, man. Our people is not in the right spirit, man. You know, why you niggas steady acting surprised when Esau blast you niggas and get away with it? Alright? When he do something, then a nigga do something and nigga get punished and he don't, man.
That's right.
Why are you still surprised in 2018, man?
That's right.
This is they setup, this they system, man. You know, that's why it's the dumbest thing ever to try to go vote, man. You know? This has nothing to do with you, man. Alright, you're a joke, man. The Democrats and Republicans are both laughing at your simple ass, man.
That's right.
Alright, they're not for you, man. They just say things to rile you up, man. You know?
Yeah. Because to believe in that voting process is like, hey, believing in the little boy that cried wolf, man. All right, and just bringing up this case alone, dealing with Dred Scott. Now, when we tell you that the scriptures is only for the Israelites, okay, it's the same thing with the Constitution. The Constitution is only for the Edomites, and they know that. So why do we have to apply a universal perspective dealing with everybody? When you go to that Constitution, they talking about every man. That's talking about the Edomite man.
You know, that's the question that was we had to ask. I asked my teacher. I said, if all men are created, I forgot what I said. It was something to the effect of, all men are created equal, but we were considered 3/5 of a man back then, so that didn't apply to us, man. See, Jake, y'all are gullible, man.
Yeah.
Whatever song Esau sings, you dance to it. You know?
I got a quick one for you, Pre. This Baruch 4:3. It said, turn thee, O Jacob. I started one. It said, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
And that's the only book you dummies, you 2/3 you supposed to be reading, man. You don't got nothing to, hey, when you're dealing with that Hinduism, when you're dealing with Buddha, and even that just prospering in the doctrine of American society, man, you're drinking water from these other god systems, man.
Yeah.
All right?
And
And following that strange woman, man. My bad, bro.
It said, in the law that endured forever.
Right. This law endures forever, man. And that's why it's going to be applied in Yahushua's kingdom. And Lord willing, we're going to be joint heirs, man. All right? Because, hey, this was the law since Yahweh gave it to our forefathers during like the oral format. Then it became written in stones, and then it became in the biblios, which means a collection of books.
It said, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, and 2/3 of our people are going to die because they have turned away from the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be
And
illuminated.
that's the light. This is how you illuminated by the Holy Spirit. Yahushua comes in the volume of the book. All right, so this is life. What Esau is doing, that's death. All right, he's anti-life.
And then it said, be illuminated. That's on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Esau's illuminated on the left hand side, those elites. That's why they know exactly who you are. That's why they have a system that suppresses you, because they in the know. They know who they are.
Right,
They
right,
know
right.
who the promise is for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they trying to offset the promise. That's what you see in their agenda, you know, when you look out globally, man. You know? But we're telling our people to be illuminated on the right hand side,
That's right.
man. Verse 3, this the point. It said, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
And that's what our people doing. 2/3 of our people give everything to the Edomites. All right, they give all their honor to, especially to Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying?
That's that black one.
Yeah. You voting for him? You know what I'm saying?
Pledge allegiance.
Yeah, you
Right.
pledge allegiance to him. According to the scripture, you're also supposed to vote for a man of your own nation, man. You know?
And then when you pledge an allegiance, that's when you making a covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's like an oath.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody got something? Go ahead,
Nico brought up Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right. Because 2/3 of our, well, you know, our shepherds, you got like these rappers, these football players, these so-called Democrats, these church leaders. All right, they don't give a damn about y'all. They in it for the money, man. So if they had pity on you all, they would actually let you know about the truth, because they know they
Right.
lesser luminaries. All right, so they know that we are the true men of the Lord, man. And then they talked about what was that other part, Shakai, that you read?
He says, who possessors slay them hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds
Right.
pity them not.
And that's why Esau had coined that term, manifested destiny, saying that, hey, we were enslaved by the will of Yahweh Shem Shah, which he's right.
And it's true.
We were punished due to that.
Part 2 coming.
Yeah. The sequel.
The sequel.
Got something?
Yeah, it's Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, saints shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
So
God.
Esau, you know, he never thought, like it says in Isaiah, he never thought about the latter end for all that he was doing to our people, man. You know, all this wickedness, the captivity, you know, the continual perpetual hate, man, the systematic oppression of today, the abortion. See, Esau guilty for all that because it happened on his watch, man.
Yep.
If the earth was given into your hand,
Come.
everything in it, all right, you're responsible for it, man.
Sure enough.
You're responsible for the death of these animals, man. These animals going into extinction, man. You know, the earth not yielding its strength. Pollution, chemtrails, man.
Right.
You know?
Cut all the trees down.
You know, you're responsible for all that, man. And you're responsible for the children of Israel, how you treated them in captivity, man. No mercy and no pity, man. You know?
Can I bring out a link one? And this is Exodus 17:14. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
And that's that's you elites, man.
That's the
All
head tribe of Esau.
That's the head tribe. That's the bankers, man. They finance the wickedness that happens for Israel, man. They finance the slave trade. You know, they set up these banking systems, man, where our people don't get loans. You know, they set up this gay agenda. You know, they fund the education. They teach us that we're African American, man. You know, that's Amalek, man. They the source of all this. They finance, all right, our people being in the condition that they're in, man. The ghettos, the hoods, man. It's a systematic scenario set up by the elites, man.
Right. In verse 15, and Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nasahah. For he said, because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
So Most High has war, all right, with Amalek, man, the chief of you Edomites, man. And it's going to manifest, all right, soon, man. You know, because right now we're in the spiritual war. This is the Lord declaring war on Amalek spiritually, man, because they're being called out day and night now, man. You know, their spiritual wickedness is coming out of the closet, man, and it's being condemned, man. And we're wagging the hands at the nobles, man. That's the Lord preparing war, man. We are the forerunners, man, for the manifestation of the second coming of Yahweh. We're going to deal with you elites head on, man.
I got one. This Psalm 37:12. The wicked plot against the just. Gash upon him. Gash
Nash upon
Nash upon him with his teeth.
And that's going into the media. You know, Esau has painted a picture of our people being beasts, crooks, criminals, you know, less than human, you know, and then they demonize our people, man, you know.
And the Most High should laugh at him for he said that his day is coming.
Hey, the day is coming, man. You know, the day coming when you Edomites gonna really have to deal with Yahweh, man. We speak about it, but you really gonna have to deal with Yahweh, man. That great power. You know, you gonna have to come face to face, you know, with the second most powerful entity in existence, man. All right, and he's pissed at you, man. The day of vengeance burneth in his heart, man. You know, he's constantly seeing what you doing to his brethren, man. You know, and then brothers got little brothers. You know how you feel about your little brother, man. You know how you will drop everything and drop over dime, man. When it comes to little brother, man. So imagine how Yahweh feel about the first fruit, man. You know, and he knows who's responsible for putting all this hell and oppression on him, man. You know.
He's been on the radar for a long time.
Yeah, that day coming, man.
The
day coming, man. Y'all gonna have to deal with your house shop, man. You know?
And nobody can say it.
No,
It's gonna be them versus him versus them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Alright, back in Ezekiel, we had Ezekiel 35:6. It said, therefore, as I live, saint the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
So you Edomites, you know, you haven't hated bloodshed, because that's all you do, man. You know, they tried to kill off all the so-called Native Americans, Gad and Reuben. They killed millions upon millions of the Southern Kingdom, man. You know, they knocked the Puerto Ricans down to 500 so-called Puerto Ricans with the tribe of Ephraim, Taino Indians. They're across the globe now doing air strikes, killing civilians every day. You know, Esau hasn't hated no blood, man. He just constantly been perpetually shedding blood, man. But guess what? Now the Lord finna flip the script, man. And blood finna pursue you, man.
And blood gonna be chasing you everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go, you're gonna be that chase road, man.
And now instead of how he's doing them airstrikes in those different countries. He's slowly killing us now with these different chemtrails he spray every day. Got the fluoride and water. You know what I'm saying? The food system is all messed up.
You know, we don't know if we eating real food or not.
Right.
And this dude to you, that all the shit you believe, you need it.
And then the abortions. You know? Cause them abortions are very bloody, man. You know, they killing babies, man.
Yeah, me and the brother Taza, one right next to me, we were going into an article about abortions, and basically, the so-called black race, the tribe of Judah, is 30% smaller than what it should be because of abortions. And that's not counting the babies that could have been born by the babies that would have grown up.
Yeah.
So really, guesstimate, we're about half our size just by abortion alone. So if it's quote unquote 40 million so-called black people, we're really roughly supposed to be at around 80 million, 100 million in America.
But that's the damn Georgia gas stone that they gotta pay for too. You know, try to keep the population at a minimum or whatnot. They gotta pay for it. Back in Ezekiel, y'all got something?
Yeah, I got some. I just Numbers 35 and 33. So you should not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So his blood, it gotta be shed. Because he came over here and took the Gadites, took their land. You know, Gad being peaceful, like the brother saying, Jacob is a peaceful man. Now the Gad over here just chilling, basically trying to help them out. You know, and I watched some video we watched a long time ago. Still didn't come over here to prepare for the winter. They was over here looking for gold. And they were dying out, so Gad helped them do the winter and help them out. But what did they do to Gad? They turned their back on Gad and broke every treaty with they had with Gad. But Esau's a wicked ass people, man. So that blood, it gotta be shed. Because they defiled the blood of the land of Yahweh Shah people. It wasn't just regular people though. That's what they felt. That's what they probably failed to realize, that you shed the Lord's people blood. So it got to go back on y'all. No end buts about it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, judgment is like a ring. Like you said, what goes around comes around. You know?
Real quick, Zechariah 2:8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touched the apple of his eye.
And that's why the scripture stated, what Asher pulled out Ezekiel 35:6, therefore as I live, Yahweh letting you know I'm gonna get your ass, man. Because you know there's no end of him living. So he said, as I live, that judgment is coming, it's gonna come back full circle.
When you look up the word apple, it goes into meaning to hollow out something hollow.
A separate people.
Holy.
Alright. 35 and 7 Ezekiel. It said, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut out from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Like the elder was saying, that's how you liken Mount Seir to Revelation 18 chapter, man. Meaning it's going to be utterly destroyed, man. It's going to be habitation for desert-like creatures.
I'm gonna just get it right quick.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of Salah. Revelation 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great, is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit.
This is post-destruction, okay? This is the aftermath of that nuclear destruction, as well as Yahweh Shah and the heavenly host bringing those the fire from them chariots, man.
And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
You can, and that's referring to Isaiah the 34th chapter, beginning around the 17th verse, man.
And that's where you get the 1968 movie Planet of the Apes.
That's right.
At the end of the movie, he realized the desert he was in was America the whole time. He saw the Statue of Liberty, the residue of the Statue of Liberty, man.
Yeah.
So that shows you the future of America is destruction.
And that was in what year?
68.
That was,
That's why they keep coming out with them. They keep on coming out with Planet 8.
that was like a year before I was big.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They hit put it, you didn't go in the wild. It must ain't working in the wild, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
This is Ezekiel 35 and 8. It said, now this 7, it said, thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate and cut out from it him that passes out and him that returneth. 8, it says, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills, and in the valleys, and in all the rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Right. Every human soul that is not delivered by Yahweh Shah is gonna die in this place, man. All right. Ain't nothing you can do about it, man. If you're not part of the elect, referring to Israelites, and it's no way you'll be delivered if you are actually other nations. But whoever is left on this landmass is gonna die. That's point blank, period. And the elite know that. That's why they're moving to Singapore and Australia, these nuclear-free zones and shit. Or the next economy they think that's gonna thrive like Singapore and shit.
That's why they build the underground cities too.
Yeah.
They built it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got co-workers, they used to work down there, so they do nothing but deliver, bulk food and different things down there. They already got them.
Man, you got something?
Yeah, I got something. This Ezekiel 25:12. I'm starting 12, I mean. Thus said the Most High, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended and avenged himself. Therefore, thus said the Most High Power, I will stretch out my hand upon Edom, I will cut him off, man and beast, from it, and I desolate from Teman, they to Dain, the Dain shall fall by the sword. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, that they should do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fear, that they should know that the vengeance said the Most High Power. So the Most High said he gonna use his people Israel to lay vengeance on Edom.
Starting with the race wars. That's why it says in Jeremiah 51 and 19 verse, 20 verse, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, man. So the Most High gonna put the spirit of war on the nation of Israel, man.
That shows you like we not mad enough for us to take control of this situation. You know what I'm saying? How about Yahweh Shah can put that spirit on us to feel His anger? You know?
Right.
Cause He said according to His anger, man.
Yeah, meaning you're gonna be possessed with that spirit and vengeance. You know, men can only get mad and then they'll go down a little
he's
bit.
there.
You know.
It'd be kind of like the movie. What's the name? What's the name? The black dude. That was the preacher.
Black dude, that's the preacher.
Yeah, then he started. He had one.
Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. Yeah. See, he had that spirit on him. I'm just
way
saying
more
though.
than that,
That's the spirit he
That's
had
the
on
spirit,
though. You know.
Yeah.
Cause he was in the middle, and nobody around him know what was really going on with the scripture. Or he had another kind of spirit on him, like, y'all got something? Alright, we back at Ezekiel 35 and 9. It says, I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and the city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
It's gonna be a memorial. America just gonna be a memorial.
A memory. See, remember America? Because I had said these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we shall possess it.
Talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom.
Come.
When you gathered the southern kingdom by way of the transatlantic slave trade, you took over the Americas and conquered the northern kingdom, man. All right, by way of the Portuguese, the French, the Spanish, the British. All right, read the last part again, Babakasha.
It says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we shall possess it.
Today is known as the so-called blacks and Hispanics, man. And these two nations, these two countries, it's distinguished as northern and the southern kingdom.
Can I prove that for you?
Go ahead.
When you go into that term, countries in the Hebrew, it's Strong's H776, and it's pronounced as Tazah. And just to get to the point, it states people of the land.
People of the land, man. So these Israelites, all right, it's manifested as Ephraim and Judah, man. Today is known as the Negroes and the so-called Hispanics, all right? Just about to make a point.
I was just saying, because when you had the split, you know, you got to think of a good example of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom is today, like North Korea and South Korea. That's how it was, man. You had the northern tribe living up there in Samaria, and then you had the southern kingdom down there in Ashdod and Jerusalem, man. You know?
Yeah, that's why I said in Ezekiel, bring these two on a stick together, man. All right. Oh yeah, now I forgot to mention the French as well.
Yeah.
Because you had the three horns, just for edification. I'm gonna say it real quick. You had the three horns in which America was spun from: the British, the French, and the Spanish, man. All right.
Which all are nothing but fucking Edomites anyway.
And it goes back to that Roman Empire, that beast, man. All right.
Like I said, you know, we say French, Americans, and Spanish, but the Most High sees Edomites.
That's it.
You know, he doesn't.
He don't like biblical name. Because he go by the biblical name.
That's why he calls it that beast and the dragon. But it's still Esau.
That old serpent.
The old serpent. And to prove what you said, even if there was beefing, if a country was dominating one of the countries, the whole East Roman Empire come. Like when Haiti took over France, the whole so-called white power structure came against
And
NATO came against Haiti, man. So they're gonna show you that it's all Edom at the end of the day. They took over 90% of Africa. They just divided amongst each other. All right, Britain, we got this land. France, y'all get this land. Spain, y'all get this land. You know.
Same thing Joshua did. You know, he allowed the lands to different tribes. Same thing that Edomites do today, man.
That's right.
And we all the southern kingdom and northern kingdom, we all got one common enemy. It's that damn Edomite. I don't give a fuck you French, you're Spaniard, or English. You still a fucking Edomite. I don't care. I'm from Denmark.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Now you got I don't give a damn.
Strange country.
Yeah, I don't give a goddamn what you are.
Like y'all made that shit up. Right, you said most I don't even think on that page.
We your own slave.
Right.
From Sweden.
You taking it too far.
Bad crayon, Esau.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Crazy that country.
Alright.
You gotta go.
Got one?
Nah, you gotta
Okay,
go.
this 10, now 11. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy.
So that's the balance of the Most High.
Come.
He's gonna do it to you based on what you've done to us. So that's a hell of a judgment, man.
Cause they done did a whole bunch of shit to us.
That's like some type of technology where the harder I punch you, that's the harder it hurt me. So that's what the Most High's gonna do.
Yeah.
You know.
And he letting it build up.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna have a super punch.
Yeah, like Esau been punching, but ain't nothing came back.
He been absorbing that energy.
Yeah, by the time it come back, that's why Judgement gonna be quick. That's why I'm gonna be destroyed in 1 hour. You know, you building up for that 1 hour of judgment, man.
to thy envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee.
Yeah, that's why it says in Job, they should know that I'm Yahweh.
Come.
At the end of World War III, America getting destroyed, you're going to know it's a high power behind all this, man.
Right.
Yeah.
All right?
And you're going to know who the people are.
You're going to know who the people are.
Check the plug out. There's something going on with
Same going on with it.
Come.
I gotta quit. Psalms 37 and 2. For the Most High, so for Yahweh, for the Lord, the Most High is terrible. He is great. He's a great king all over the earth. So so they gonna know that they gonna know when he come back. He done this. Like I said, he's not gonna be great all over the world.
And it will be through your house shot.
Come.
You ain't gonna see your house. You gonna see the roaring line of Judah, man. The conquering line of Judah, your house shot, man. He set it up for his son to get the glory. He gave his son the judgment. Your house shot coming back with that anger, man. That's why he came down here during the time of the Roman Empire. That's why he was tortured like that by the Romans, man. Now he got the anger, man. And Yahweh gonna send him back, man, to execute that judgment, man.
Like just when the Most High destroyed, he flooded the whole earth. Then he destroyed ancient Egypt. How that presence was felt like throughout the whole earth. They know him as Al-Shaya. A terrible demon-like power, man. So it's gonna be presented on Yahushua this time around, man. And all the other nations, they gonna fear the name of Yahweh Bashir Yahushua. You got it, bro.
We straight up. You don't know. Put that one in there.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, it's rolling.
Yeah, it's what we almost do.
Yeah. I'm at 12. It says, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume.
Hey, blasphemies like, the so-called Jews over there now, they claiming our heritage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they always say they Judah, Benjamin, Levi, but they never can explain the rest of the tribes, and they expect for the whole world not to question them for that.
Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me, and I have heard them.
Yep.
All those lies you put out.
Come, in the first, they put up that white Jesus.
Come.
They try to make themselves up as Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? So they done it. They the only people that done it. I ain't seen them damn Charlie man.
They knew better.
You know what I'm saying?
They in their spirit, they knew better. They just Esau. He ain't got no logic with his shit. He just do whatever he want to do.
No fear.
Yeah.
Then they multiply the words through their legislation. Because all their laws that Esau is making is going against you. How about Shemal Shah? That's why you have a rise in witches in America, man. There's reported 1.4 million witches in America, man.
That's the foundation. That's why so many.
Another one had to boast themselves against the Most High, because the Most High made everything perfect. A man should be a man, a woman should be a woman. But they feel in their heart, in their fucking mind, that they can do it better. They basically saying the Most High don't know what he doing.
Yeah, all the legislations is blasphemy against the Most High. It's contrary to the Most High.
Queen of heaven.
Yeah.
How Shah cut that queen of heaven and Luke.
Even Mary believe in that. Because when you go to the book of Luke, she glorified Yahweh Shem Moshe.
Joseph, mama, Elizabeth.
It says, thus with your mouth ye boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me, and I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord God, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate.
Hey, you get Proverbs 29 too, bro.
Hey, when they just say peace and safety, know, certain structure shall come, man. When you think you finally reached that new world order, man.
Come. Them trees gonna be happy. Plants. Fishes in the water gonna be happy.
Yeah, the whole earth gonna be rejoicing, man.
Come.
I got it. The Proverbs 1:9-2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Come.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Come. And who been ruling? Esau. And everything sick right now. Everything more. Well, this,
Everything out of course.
We're gonna end it with this one. And let's see, I got something. This is Ezekiel 35:15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea.
And ultimately, your kingdom is going to be taken from you. Because, you know, when America gets destroyed, the remaining Edomites are going to go into captivity for 1,000 years, and you're literally going to be desolate after that. But you're going to be desolate also prior to that because you're going to lose your place as a kingdom, man. As a power structure.
Can I quick? Hey, Psalms 21:10. You know what? I started 9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thy anger. Yahweh shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
Yeah, because you're going to be rooted from the nations, man. It's like Esau is going to be like, learned about that, like some extinct nation, man.
Like dinosaurs.
Like dinosaurs or the Tasmanians. The Tasmanians. Because Esau wiped out whole tribes of people, man. So, you know, you're going to be a thing of the past. I keep thinking of the Planet of the Apes.
The Mayans.
The Mayans, yeah, damn near. Which that's Zebulon. But like the Planet of the Apes, when we symbolically came back into power, we were studying Esau like this is the bad man that once ruled. You know? He loves that gun.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It said, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, linking back up to Psalm 137, like saying, raise it to the foundation, you know, thereof. Then it says, because it was desolate, we were spiritually desolate because Yahweh Shai hid his face from us, man. We didn't have that power, that strength no more to call upon Yahweh Shai when our enemies came upon us, man. So that's when Esau knew when, okay, it's time to take control of this nation right now. So they know our power was Yahweh Shai. Just like no different when the so-called Native Americans, when they went on to hunt and things of that such, that's when Esau come and pillaged the village. All, you know, the Native Americans, when the women and children were there. You know, it's the same thing, man.
You know, see, Esau really don't know how to, see, you see, like, when Esau had his pictures, they be hanging Jake and they'd be smiling. You know, that's going to be the same way. And then the thing with Israel, see, we know how to be creative when we get the upper hand, man. You know, like Esau hate to see Jake dancing in the end zone.
Right.
What the scripture say, let the saints sing aloud on their bed, man. We're going to be waking up singing songs, roasting you, man.
Right.
You know Jay gonna be in harmony. You know, boy, the men, imagine all that in righteousness, man. You know, looking at your desolation, man. You know, Jake make the diss songs. You know, all this gonna be in righteousness. Jake gonna be singing, the instruments gonna be on point. You know.
Hey, just for the record too, I'm not sure, but hey, Elizabeth was actually John's mother. Not his damn scholar.
Hey, real quick, since Yash brought up about the dancing, Psalm 68:23. Y'all know what they said about dancing in blood of the enemies?
Yeah. Psalm 58.
Alright, come. Psalm 58:10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
And that's coming, man. The wicked is the Edomites, man. You know, which means we're going to rejoice at your destruction, man. You know? That's the day that's coming, man. You know, the kingdom going to be lit and you're going to be through, man. You know? Esau pointed at leader too, man. He ain't got no style, he ain't got no
Right,
flavor. His kingdom is dark.
This shit blame.
Yeah, you see, you gonna teach you how to shine, man. That's gonna be beautiful, man. To be able, you know, Jake like to shine in front of each other, man. But we gonna be in our righteous mind. We gonna shine on you, Edomites, man.
Right. That's how they shine on this. Like that's what they do on this. All day long. Every time you see a cracker, that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? No matter where he
I got one. I did Psalm 49, I'm gonna start at 5. Let the saints be joyful and glory. Let them sing aloud from their beds.
Cause right now we ain't singing, man. You gotta wake up at 5, make yourself get up, try to get you 3 extra minutes in to sleep. You know, try to get every second you can, man. Before you gotta go up and slave in these bodies that's broken down, man. But in the kingdom we have those immortal bodies. We gonna wake up singing, man. You know?
That alarm clock is a demon.
Yeah.
Man.
For real, man.
And we always be stealing all that money.
Yeah.
Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punch upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their noses with the fetters of iron, to execute upon the judgment written. This honor hath always saint. Praise ye Yahweh Shalom Shai.
Imagine that, man. Just waking up to total freedom, man.
Yeah.
You don't gotta worry about, you know, pacing through your mind. Like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Hurry up before I do this for this shutdown. You know, for this close.
Time ain't gonna
Man.
be all time in the world.
The time will be on our favor this time, man. Man.
Well, everybody good? Yeah. That's the judgment of Esau, you know. With that, hope brother was edified. And first and foremost, we'd like to give our praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and love and salutations to the brothers that's teaching the word and sincerity and truth all across the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.